really well. Okay, it's live. Yeah.
Yeah, so hi everyone. Um, so basically, technical writing. I when I started my technical writing, I was in the first year of my college. Basically, that's when I started in the form of freelancing. You have these sites where they pay you for content writing. It was really minimal, but at that time, I really preferred it because it helped me get through my pocket money somehow. So that's when I started writing about whatever tech I knew. At that point of time, I was learning, I think, C++ and very basic technology. I used to make very small blogs, and later on I wrote for Geeks also on a freelance basis. Lily pads, which is a basically a real estate, but they include tech in it. So these are some of the places where I've written. I have my own Medium blog where I have been writing since September 2022. uh, I also recently joined Cloud Native's blog, Women in Cloud Natives blog. There we actually do like collaborate a lot and post about opportunities, certifications, about the various courses that you can take for cloud, and if there is any upcoming sessions that is going on online, so that people can join. Okay, so that's basically what we are going to talk about today. And I would like to hear something like if like since you guys have joined, I'm sure you guys are interested in technical writing or even wanting to switch to some of it, or even as a maybe side hobby or something. So I would just want to know what are your thoughts. Anyone can speak up.
Hey, so can I?
Yeah, sure,
Yeah,
Karuna, go
sure,
ahead.
Karuna, go ahead. Yeah, so hey everyone, I have been a technical writer for Async API when the Google season of Docs started, and I'm still contributing to it. And also, I've contributed to CNCF Glossary when I was like really new to writing and stuff. So it was just translation, but I still wanted to give it a try and how to do it. So yeah, I tried, and then I am still finding it difficult how to contribute to CNCF as in for docs, because I've seen this channel in CNCF called Tech Docs. I missed the meeting yesterday. It was there, but uh, I will join again. But if you have any idea about how can I get started there?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we,
So we,
I think
I
Carol
think
did a
Carol.
wonderful YouTube stream about this, about the translation. So Karuna, you were actually asking about contributing to docs, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So
even I have less idea like how to actually get into CNCF, like the documentation. Does anyone else has idea? Okay, I guess no
So
one.
I need to do
Yeah.
some homework here.
No, I think what I know is like there are some meetings, SIG docs, or some meetings in Kubernetes. Like, and I know one person like Divya. She I think leads the documentation for the CNCF. I think she's the co-chair or something. So maybe
So
it would be
maybe it would
nice
be nice.
if you can reach to her or follow her. Maybe she's really helpful. And I think
And
even
I
the
think
Slack
even the Slack
in
in
Kubernetes are quite
Kubernetes are
good.
quite good. Yeah, I know Divya because she gave talks at KubeCon for I think two times or something like that, or more than two times, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Even
By
I'm
the
giving talk at KubeCon this time.
Oh wow,
Oh wow,
congratulations.
congratulations.
I
Thank
would
you.
like to
I would
join.
like to join. Sorry?
We would be
We
waiting
would be
forward to
waiting
see.
forward to. Yeah.
Yeah. Otherwise, like, I had one question for you, Karuna. Like, so regarding Google Seasons of Doc, and I think like other folks as well in the community had this doubt. So, how do you basically get started with Google Seasons of Doc? Like, if someone is willing to contribute and
And
be a part of
be a
it.
part of it. Yeah, so I got this question a lot of times, even on LinkedIn, Twitter. So, what I saw is it's different from GSOC, right? When in JSOC, you get people can like actually apply through their website, have the proposals ready and send it to the GSOC website, and then you get selected, right? But in the case of GSOD, you actually have to put in more hard work to do that. Like you have to go through each and every organization's proposal and see what they proposed for GSOD. It will basically be available in a GitHub repo discussion, or maybe some doc which they have prepared for GSOD, and you have to go through that. And mostly in the end, they describe the requirements for technical writers. Some orgs get hire two technical writers, and then they show the budget, and they also show some requirements that you need to have some experience with some content management systems, or ASCII docs, or Markdown, or have some experience before. So that's what I saw in most of the organizations. So you really have to put in some work to go there and see each and every organization. Or if you know or heard of your organizations before, you can simply go there and start contributing, so it increases the level of your acceptance. So basically for my organization, it was the first time I guess they got selected in GSOD. And what they did is they directly got to the interviews, and they also gave the questions, which most likely will change because it burned out last time, the person who was interviewing. So that system will change, but last time they started with the interviews, they got 200 plus applications. And finally they selected 5 GSOD interns for 2 projects. So that was for async API, and I think they are doing GSOD again. So if get selected, you can try and apply, because I really like the community there and I'm gonna keep contributing.
Oh, I was mute.
You're
That's
neat, Nancy.
uh yeah. That was really good, Karuna, because I've done GSOC, so I was just wondering, is it like same like GSOC? And I think this is open for everyone, right? Like not only for students, but open for
Yeah, it's
professionals as
open
well.
for everyone, and it's actually meant to be for people who have some experience with technical writer. So if you go
Oh,
to GSOT's website, it's already mentioned there. But Async API being great, they opened it for everyone and said, even if you have no experience, come and join us. I was the first one to see it on Twitter and I applied. Luckily, I got in. Good interview experience. People are awesome. So yeah.
yeah,
So,
wonderful.
Karuna, I just had a doubt. Is there any particular time when they roll out the applications or something so that we can at least have an idea, when to look for it?
Yeah, so the organization acceptance of organizations are done by May, I guess, and from May, starting of May, the organizations keep telling or post on Twitter, LinkedIn, or somewhere like that, that we are accepting now the proposals of technical writers, and you can go apply to it. So you just need to keep an eye out in May, and in June they'll start the GSOT term. So that's when you need to look out for.
Yeah, great.
Yeah, I think Kelvin also asked one question, Sankita, in the chat.
Yeah, I cannot see the chat here. Just a second. Let me see.
Oh, it's a private chat. Maybe I can just, and I can just put it on screen actually.
Yeah.
Um, so it's this. Um, is content writing and technical writing the same?
No. Content writing, as per my experience, is a broader arena of it. Just like you say engineering and supposing computer science, are they the same thing? Obviously, like they have a difference, but content writing is in general, like technical writing is a part of content writing. Like it's more like technical content writing. So I think content writing is like, even if you're writing for a website on like anywhere on their site, or maybe making a blog out of it or a vlog out of it, or anywhere you write about your experiences, or even on Notion, for example. Okay, so these are basically content, whatever you put on. about your thoughts, your views, your reviews about a particular product. These are basically what we refer to as content writing. And then when you enter into the technical field, or in a particular, you just maybe attended a technical event, or there is a certification coming up, or you have done a particular course and you want people to know about it, or even your experience of any particular technical, like something related to technical courses, or even the technologies. I think that is what is more concerning about technical writing. So I hope I answered your question, Kevin.
Yeah, I think so. Does anyone else has views on it? Maybe Karuna, Caro, do you have some views about it? Okay. Yeah, I think you mentioned it rightly. Like technical, I think when it comes to technical writing, it mostly is concerned about documentation, API documentation, even sometimes architecture diagram. But content writing is mostly about blog post, or even you, as you mentioned, it's a bigger area, blog post or some content piece. So yeah, I think these two are different. So when it comes to technical writing, you mainly have to explain how things are working. You do the same in blog post as well. There are technical blog posts as well. But yeah, I think the technical writing is mainly concerned with documentations and API docs. Yeah, yeah. This is what I think. But yeah, that's my opinion. Yeah,
Blog posts are more like informal, I guess, like what we
yeah,
have in informal and formal tones. Technical writing could be for developers, could be for audiences, and it differs from what kind of folks you have and what audience are you are targeting. Your technical writing also is basically based on a product, right? When you are doing a technical piece, let's say style guides, it's based on a product again, but in blog post it covers a lot, as just like Sankita said. So yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'll give you a small example. Okay, if you are like, I don't know, I've been following Medium for a long time. If you like, anyone can go and create your own account on Medium. What happens is you can keep it as a part of your technical stack. Okay, or even if you want to write something about your experience or your journey for somewhere, you will have a lot of different topics. Okay, one of them, like if it's a technical write up, then it will have a like tag attached to it. For example, how I cracked my like Microsoft developers this thing, examination, okay, or how I cracked my AWS Solutions Architect examination in one go. So these are more like sort of technical writing, where you include resources, the time that you devoted, and the websites that you followed maybe. So these are more like of a technical writing. And there are again writings which you find, 5 books to read when you're 23. So these are more like general content writing. That's what I feel.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's really great. So, what else we have to discuss? Does anyone? Do you have any other views about technical writing, or anything else? Like one of the thing which always comes into my mind is like, I think Karuna, because you're so deeply involved in it right now, and even Sankita has written so many blogs. So, do you ever face with this content? There's a block which always comes, like what to write, how to make it look interesting, and sometimes you even get bored if you're doing the same thing again and again. This happened with me in my previous job, so I know this for sure. But did this happen with you as well? Anyone amongst the call, like anyone, did it happen with you, and what do you do, how do you resolve it?
Yeah, like definitely. I mean, I started my blog, like my Medium blog in the year 2021, around September, like I said. So, what happened was, initially I was having a lot of content. I used to write about, Kubernetes, about how to make containers, about how to push them, and then the entire Linux codes and everything. But slowly and steadily, it began becoming a little bit, uh, sort of boring for me. Okay, so what I did was I tried hands-on, writing something about what I'm learning currently. Like I was learning AWS at that time, so I made a blog on how to start with AWS certifications, what they are, how you can get them for free. um, so that was a kind of a change. And while writing, I think another main important thing which helped me to keep up and on with writing is reading. Okay, when you read people's posts, you get a lot of idea from them. Okay, this person has written it in this format, so okay, maybe I can use the same format for my writing in a different pattern. So that's where I think my mental blockage clears out by reading other people's posts. And it just gets into your mind. If you just start to enjoy it, and then you're like, okay, this is good, then people should also follow this. Why don't I write about this? I think that's what gets me out of the mental blockage that Nancy was talking about.
Yeah, it happens like a lot of time. um yeah, I mean, I just deal with this like i usually um I usually take break or something. I just leave that for some time, and then I come back again, to for the technical blogging. Or even, as you mentioned, like I try new things. Maybe if it is about some technology and I have to write, so I'll play around the code, and then I will write. So I usually do this, like I whenever I learn some new thing, which you mentioned, like if you learn new things, then you feel like, okay, oh wow, let's just document the journey, let's just document the learning. So that's also helped me, in help me with this block of content.
I know there's artist's block and writer's block. I've experienced both because I mean I tend to draw stuff when I find some time. So there's been a time where I didn't draw at all or didn't paint at all, and that frustrates me a lot. I'm like, okay, I will do one thing. I'll sleep. No, I will learn something new. I mean, get some inspiration and then sleep. Why sleep? Because when you are trying to sleep you get more ideas. That's what I do. Like at night you overthink, tend to overthink a lot, and I do that really. So I get so many ideas at that time, then I take out my phone, write some notes, and then sleep. So it closes the circuit and I got ideas. Nice, then I will try to implement in the morning. So that's what I do.
Nice, nice.
Silly, but doesn't work sometimes. But yeah,
No,
if
I
you are
think,
overthinker then it does.
yeah, I think sleeping always. I love to sleep.
Yeah, I think I can totally relate to Karuna. Something happened the whole day, and then before going to sleep, I maybe have been procrastinating on thinking, or just mindlessly thinking about it. It's just like not even putting that much of attention. But then in the morning, I'm like, okay, this was what I was thinking about before going to sleep. I think I should try learning about it, or reading about it at least, so that I can put it into some writing. I think that really helps. Yes, Karuna. Yeah.
Yeah. So what else, Ankita?
Yeah, so maybe we could talk a little about like the technical journeys of ours, or maybe what else we've been working on, like apart from course, just documentation or something, maybe something, some opportunities that may be coming ahead or something. If anyone has anything to share, I mean, I have, but then let's discuss with people ahead first.
I mean, you're asking like what opportunities are coming ahead for each one of
Yeah,
us.
anything, not just part of technical writing, but in general, like related to cloud, or maybe some things that people are doing in tech here and there that we would like to talk about.
Yeah, that's a really good question. So I think, for me, I think, I'm working on a lot of freelancing projects. That is something new for me. So I'm working on multiple. That is something new to me because I haven't done that before. Like I have always freelanced, although, but I've never taken it seriously. So this is the first time I'm taking it seriously. That's going to be new for me, and it's mostly related to cloud native technologies itself. Yeah, so I think that's something new. And apart from like technical writing itself, like I think so many new things are coming in cloud native, and so many new tools are coming up. So I was just going through, the CNCF page. There are CNCF page, and then so many tools, um, and they are and they're all open source. So there's a great scope of contributing to those projects and learn about it. And even the documentation. I think the best way to to contribute is documentation. Like, I think there's a record of mine that wherever I started like contributing to any open source, my first PR is always about documentation, because that's where people start and they're able to spot some problem, or they're able to spot that how they can improve it. So yeah, that's about me. What about others? Yeah. What about you, Sankita, by the way?
I think whenever I start working on any, like, be it a GitHub repo or anything, anything in general, I think the first thing I would like look upon is how have people started with it. What are the blockages that they have faced? If there are certain issues that I need to, because I have faced this a lot of times. I randomly start with an installation and then I face, okay, this was where ye nahi karna tha. This was not supposed to be done this way. So I think nowadays what I do is I just research through the medium blogs. If people have something over uh, like like proper blog post or something, okay, I just go through them, and that's how I get to know that okay, this is how you do it, and there are certain steps that you have to like keep in mind while doing it. Okay, so yeah, first PR typos, correct, Karuna. Right. So I think nowadays it's very important, because not just like we are working from our homes mostly. A lot of people are working from home some of the days. So I think that's when it helps. Like, you don't have to keep a person on call constantly who will be helping you with it. You can just read the documentation by the side and then work along with it, like follow it. It feels like a guide for yourself also. And whenever I like to do this, whenever there is something not working in the documentation, I just go back and then I either mention it or keep it as a side note for myself, or even reach out to the creator sometimes that here's where you need an update. So I think that's how you just remember it. Okay, this is where I went wrong in the documentation, and that's how you just have a pictorial representation of it. And I have this like photographic thing in my mind, so I think that really
Wow,
helps. Yeah.
that's a great thing. Do you have a photographic memory or something?
No, not exactly memory, but then I think it's very receptive. If I see something once, I remember, okay, ye color ka shirt tha, this is how this person was,
Okay.
or this was the kind of lipstick she was
Wow.
using. I think
That's a
that's how.
superpower. So you have a superpower. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not that strong. I mean, people need to practice it. I've heard it from a lot of people that they have, but then you need to practice it. I haven't had much of this thing. But the numbers, when you see something on a document, you remember, okay, this was where it was written in bold, in italics, in underline, and all of this. You remember that this is how this point was to be different from the others. So I
Yeah,
think,
yeah.
yeah, documentation and
So
stuff really help.
Karuna, yeah, Karuna says that everyone need that memory in exams. I so much agree. I mean, I think this is what we have done in exams. Like, I am not sure about others, but I've done this. Like, just one night before exams, I used to study a lot and then just give the exams and then all clear. But it's really bad. No one should do this way. But it was just a last moment hack if you are not prepared well.
And when you are writing
Yeah,
exam, sometimes you remember the song which you have heard somehow.
so many times. Like, I'm writing a serious examination. There's some song that is related to it that's continuously on the back of my mind. I'm like, okay, how is this? How do I stop this? This happens. Yes.
So Anushka says that's such an engineering thing. I mean, that's true. By the way, like there are so many new people who joined. I think Anushka, I can see Sally. Hi, Anushka. Hi, Sally. I hope I'm
Hey
saying it
all,
right.
hi everyone. Sorry for being late. Actually, another call was going on, so I so wanted to join this meet last time as well. So happy to meet you all.
Same here, likewise. We were just discussing about technical writing block. Like what happens if we are writing, because this happens like we are continuously writing something. I think Anushka went away. Okay, so we are continuously writing something and then we tend to get bored, or maybe we're not getting much creative. Then how to remove that? So we were just discussing. different ways we can do that. Yeah, so if you have something to add, please do share, because it will just help each other. Yeah. Awesome, awesome. So, yeah, so where are you tuning in from, Anushka, Sali? Like, where are you tuning in from? Like, which place?
Good morning. I am tuning in from Boston.
Wow.
Good to meet you all. And sorry for the
What
lateness.
time is it there, Sally?
Excuse me?
What time is it there right now?
Oh, right now is 9:30 a.m. and it's pronounced Suli. Sorry.
So, okay. So,
Good to meet you.
nice.
Where are you guys located right now?
I
We're
think
from
most
India.
are from
Okay.
India. Yeah.
Then so is it late there now, right?
Yeah. Yeah. It's kind of late, but for some reason I think like this time is flexible for everyone in the world. Like so that's why like this time, as in like 7:30 or 8:30, is perfect for everyone uh to join.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
time. So are we talking more like tips how to write like technical writing and stuff? Like I haven't started my first content, but I do have like two pending blogs that I need to publish. So any tips around that, I would love that. And if you can get share also like your backgrounds, like what do you guys do?
Yeah, definitely.
So
Yeah, I think Sankita. So I am basically Nancy. I'm like from India, and so I worked as an engineer as well. But currently I work as a DevRel. So there is the point where I have to do a lot of content writing. I'm not sure. Like, are you also DevRel or like engineering
No,
job?
I'm a software engineer. But I
Okay,
have
okay,
explored Darrell, like I have considered it. But I don't know how challenging or how easy it is to start as a developer advocate. So I do want to like improve my writing, and I do enjoy like
yeah,
writing. So that's why I was considering like maybe
yeah.
pivot.
Wow. Yeah. So I'm just going to share my experience quickly, and then everyone else can share. So I was in the same boat as you, Suli, like 3 4 years back. But what I did, like I have this Medium blog. I just didn't think much, and I used to post. So whenever I used to learn about new thing or new technology, so I will just quickly make. I'm not sure how do you learn, but I just go through this. I see some documentation or some YouTube tutorial or something, and then I do some hands-on. For example, like Django has a really good documentation. Like they have everything like hands-on. When you go through their documentation, they give you like, okay, let's make a project, let's do this, and here you created a Django project. So in this way, I tend to create some demo for myself, so that I can learn. And then I used to document about it. So initially it was pathetic, whatever I used to write, but eventually I really enjoyed doing it. So I just had three process, like whatever technology I'm learning, which is going to help me in my work, I will read about it. Then I'm gonna yeah, so I will read about it, and then I'm going to make a demo or maybe some hands-on, and then I'm going to write the steps, and then I'm going to explain, maybe using architecture diagram or something. So I use this tool like excelidro.io to draw some diagram if it is about some project or anything. So these are few steps which I follow to get started with technical writing or blogs. And yeah, so what about others? I hope this helps, Suli. this
No,
is
that
this
was awesome. Thank you. And this is recorded too, right? Can I watch it afterwards too? I don't know if it's like recorded.
Yeah, it is recorded. It's there on live, like on YouTube, so it will get,
Okay.
you can see it again.
Awesome. No, thank you.
Yeah, I think we can go next. And Sankita, what about you? And we can just
So I think my writings have mostly been centered around like I started with questions. Okay, like for example, when I was writing about containers, that's where I started. I started how to what are containers basically, how do you make new of them, how do you upload it to Docker Hub. So I think question answer based thing was the one I started in the very beginning. uh, Later on I converted, like I right now I write more about if I'm doing some course from somewhere for free, and it's a review about that course, the content about it, what how I practiced it with pace and then learning. I think I write more about all these things now. About by the way, as on a side note, there is this uh, AWS thing coming up, which is women. Okay, it's She Builds Cloud Up. Okay, you can go through their website. They are taking applications for solutions architect associate people. Like you can, if you are wanting to take this exam for free, they will have trainings. For it's a 6 months long program, so you can take your time. You can get the certifications, like the vouchers for the certifications for free over there. I'll maybe attach the link somewhere, like after this meet or something. We can
Mm.
just like yeah, put a message or something. I'll do that. Okay, so you can just go through their this thing. You can take it for free, and they will be giving you some training, etc. Also, so I will be making a proper blog about it also. I joined that program the last year, and it went really well. I got my cloud certifications, starting with solutions, this thing, CCP examination. So that's where I got it for free, $150 examination. I could take it for free. So this time also, you guys can join, and if you are interested in cloud, you can actually get certified.
Oh, I think Karuna has pasted the link. So are you talking about that?
Just a second, I'll just check. Yes, Sheba's Cloud Up. Yes, this was the one I was talking about. Thank you, Karuna.
Yeah, I'm just gonna show it on the screen for whosoever it helps. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we are discussing about technical writing. So does anyone else has something to share about their journey or anything, or some, or anyone has to share their learnings which can help any one of us?
Oh, by the way, if you're talking about technical writing, I found this amazing community, Write for Docs, if anyone knows about it.
Okay, can
Write
you
the
just
docs.
place the link as well?
Yeah, sure. Let me Google it. So I came to know about this community in a funny way. Ask how. I got to know this from a rejection email, which for the from the company which I applied for, and they directed me here.
I mean, it's a pretty cool foundation, I guess. Like even if we are telling about how you can, do these things.
I've pasted the link. They have a pretty good documentation about it too. Like the whole community is about technical writing and docs and all. So you can
Wow,
check that
that's
out. Join the Slack. Slack is pretty active.
wow, thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, by the way, I also wanted to add, like, for all the new folks who joined, so we were also discussing about Google seasons of Doc, and Karuna, are you part of Discord, by the way? Um, yeah.
Yeah, I got this from Discord. Yeah, I am part of it.
Okay, awesome, awesome. So I think if anyone needs to know about yeah, GSOD, then Karuna as well, because Karuna is already doing it, so she has pretty much good idea about it. Um, yeah, I just wanted to share this for someone who wants to start the journey.
Yeah, please do tag me. I'll try my best to respond to everyone.
Awesome, awesome. So I think this was pretty cool conversation. We discussed about different ways to contribute, and how to start. I mean, contributing to technical blog writing or technical writing. I mean, I think my way is like just whatever you're learning, just document it, like your journey, learning journey. So I really love it. And also this helps in DevRel, by the way, Suli, you asked, right? Like maybe in future you will be interested in this thing. So this really helps as well.
Definitely to practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just, I think it helps the night before the interview also. If you're just overwhelmed as to what exactly to study and everything, you just go through your own blogs or your saved blogs once. It just helps you to, recollect everything at a glance. Okay, this is how it goes. Steps and
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
It helps.
Yeah,
That's so
you learn
true.
better too. Like just like by writing, you retaining all the information a lot more. So that's a
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
about it too.
Definitely. Yeah, you know what, Suli? I just want to, you know what, Sankita, Suli? I just want to mention, like, this is so true. Whatever you guys have mentioned, like, this has happened with me. Like, for all my interviews, I've gone through my blogs, and this is the best thing. I've always documented the, if there's some problem which I've solved, which I'm really proud of, I've always documented in blog in a very abstract way. For example, I was working in my first job, and there I had to learn about Prometheus and Grafana, because I was a part of DevOps team. I was supposed to set up Prometheus and Grafana, and I was, so this is one part, and I was also was supposed to transfer our, like, replace our CI/CD pipeline, which was running on Jenkins, to a cloud native CI/CD pipeline, which is Tecton. So at that moment, obviously, I cannot mention about the internals of the organization where I was working in, because that's not allowed, like, everywhere, because it was not an open source organization. So what I did, I just so I just what I did, I created a demo, not something similar, but something which will be, some problem statement. I just created a URL shortener app, some very simple application, and on that project I set up the Prometheus, Grafana, and then I created a blog of it. So in this way I did. So in this way, now when I go back to those blogs, I do remember, okay, this was something which I did, something similar, and this just reminds me about everything. Yeah, because as Suli, you mentioned that by write, you if you write, you remember as well. Like, writing also helps in learning. So yeah, I mean, this has always helped me in all my interviews. I've just gone through my previous blogs.
Do you store it some like do you have an organization place where you store all of your like articles so it's easy to find?
Yeah, yeah. So I just do it. So I have my own website as well, nancychauhan.com. I'm just going to paste that in private chat. So I do post over there. Yeah,
Yeah, that's awesome.
or even the Medium blogs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think even most of my blogs are on Medium, so it's easy to just ping the link along.
yeah. Okay, I think so many folks have you. By the way, you know what, everyone, you can just unmute yourself and you can participate as well, because, like, there are so many questions I can see. I think Carol has mentioned that here's an overview of how to contribute to kids documentation. Yeah, so Carol, she did a amazing, so our very first YouTube stream of Women in Cloud Native. She did it. She talked about how can you contribute to Kubernetes documentation and the translation. She contributed a lot to the translation, and I think Karuna has already done that. So I'm just gonna show it over this, and I'm going to paste the links in the YouTube description as well, so that it helps folks. Yeah. Okay. I think Karuna is asking. Karuna is mentioning. Does anyone know how to get acceptance mails? Tired of rejection because I'm in college. Don't have experience even after doing internship. Hi, Karuna. You know what? Are you applying right now? By the way,
I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah, I have been applying for past 3 months from December because I'll be graduating soon in May.
yeah. You know what? I'll be very honest. Because I'm also looking for new job. I'm not sure about other folks, but I'll be very honest. It's a very tough time actually. So it's okay if you're getting rejection mail, because the situation. I think you are already aware of the situation. There are so many layoffs going on, and so many people have written the articles also about it. I mean, it's the technicalities that the whole investment. I mean, it's the technicalities of the finance that there financially there are problems in organization, so the hiring process is already very slow, very slow. Because I have changed like 3 jobs before this, and I have never ever faced this much um not difficulty, but I mean the process has been slowed down, so I've never seen the process slowed down this much. So I think like right now, I think it's fine. I mean, just it's fine. I mean, you will have to accept that what's going on. Don't be so hard on yourself. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
I mean,
think
thank you so much for that, though.
you know what, Karuna, you are already doing amazing job, because I remember when I had my first job. Yeah, so I remember when I passed my university, I did not have job, like so I was contributing to open source organization at that time. And I joined very late, around September, and I was graduated in, I guess, like 3 4 months before September. So I was contributing to open source, and I really did learn a lot at, during that time. So I think you're already doing amazing job by contributing to open source. That's why I love open source. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, definitely take the time to upscale, like, and learn. And I think it's not gonna be wasted. The market is kind of hard right now, but it's gonna get better. I promise.
Yeah, yeah. Market will get better. So don't be hard. And I think open source is, yeah, Anushka also mentioned. I'm just gonna paste this in banner actually because I love open source. Open source is love, definitely.
yeah, and then when people see that you are actually contributing, it actually, like, you just put the links there down in your resume if you really have that, a meaningful contribution ahead. I think that really helps as well. Like, it makes you stand out because everyone is learning. Come on, let's be honest, okay? Everyone is starting right now. Everyone is in a race to get to be better for themselves. So I think it goes an edge because not just learning, you're helping the community too to learn and documenting things and everything so that people ahead can benefit from it. So I think it definitely goes a great way to decor your resume up and your profile.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say like I have experienced like, and still I feel the process has been slowed down. And so I mean it is generally slowed down. So don't take it on you, just take the process slow. It's going to be slow for some time. For a few months. It's going to be about 3 4 months only, I guess. Yeah, then everything will be fine. Yes, yes, yes. So I think Sully, I'm just reading out the comments. Sully says that I need to contribute in open source too. Yeah, definitely, Suli. I think technical writing is one of the best way to start doing it. I mean, wonderful way of doing it.
I will soon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? If you so all my first PRs, I was already mentioning it. I think you were late to join. So all my first PRs, like everyone's first PRs, are about typos. In the open source organizations, like about typos or about small changes in readme.md. So
So now that you bring the typo thing, which is something that I probably will do you have people review your doc before publishing? Like I will have to have someone review it multiple times. You don't have anyone review it before? You
I
just
mean,
hit
you're saying,
publish?
okay, so you're saying that you want a review, like, or
No, no,
do
no,
we?
no. I'm not saying that. I'm saying like what is your process? Like when you write a content, do you have people review it before you publish it?
Yeah, 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 definitely. So, so there are two things to it. And one is like my own personal blogs, and the second one is open source. So open source is really cool. I mean, when you raise a PR, I mean, so many people already review it, like the contributors. And when it's about my personal blogs, I just send it to my friends to review it, and then they have to review it. Otherwise, I keep pissing them. So yeah. And by the way, Suli, like whatever you write, just feel free to pass on to me. I would love to review your blog.
Oh, thank you. I will.
Also, I think it feels great when people actually add on to your pre-written document. Suddenly you're doing something and then a PR comes up. Okay, this is what has been added, and request to merge it. So it feels like, yeah, people are also like something that you started. People are benefiting from it. People are adding on to it. I think that's what like the entire open source idea is about.
Yeah.
And blogs could be a open source thing too, like you can just copy paste the document in the readme and people can review it, so that makes it easy. Because in platforms like medium or anything you use, you don't get that feature to do that, but in github it's way easier to do. And you can do it for startings, let's say 2 3 people you want to review, and you can add them to your repo, and they'll basically review it off for you, and then you're good to go. You can just copy paste it again in the medium.
True, true, true. So I just want to mention this, like Anushka just mentioned, that open source gives the much needed credibility to the work of a newbie, definitely. Yeah, definitely. Okay, maybe you can create a technical channel in the Discord to everyone that want feedback and review about the blogs. Wow, that's a great idea. So Carol just mentioned an idea where we can review each other blogs or the technical content. So I'm just gonna do that in Discord. That's everyone says that it's a good idea. So okay, after this call, I'm gonna do.
There are forums on Discord too, so there's an option now, new option.
Okay, so oh yeah, there is a forum. So yeah, that's
Yeah.
really yeah. Because then we can create a thread, right? In
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes, you can.
Okay, I'm gonna do this. Yeah. Oh, so okay. So can you share about your DevRel journey? Damini is asking. Is anyone else a DevRel in the call? Maybe I'm just wondering, or is just it's just me? Okay, I guess it's just me. Okay, so I'm just gonna answer this because it's just me. So I am. You know what? Like so I'm just exploring DevRel honestly, because before this I've been a software engineer for almost like 3 years. Did a lot of open source contributions as well. So one thing which remained constant was whenever I used to learn, I used to whatever I mentioned initially, like I used to just document it. And so I just did that, and I was part of communities as well. So I used to post my blogs in the communities whenever, like the way we do in Discord right now, right? Like we have a share your content channel. So over there, I used to post the things, and also I did a little bit of freelancing as well for technical writing. So yeah, I mean, I just came across an opportunity in Gitpod through one of like through community through one of the community itself. And then I applied, and then yeah, I just explored the DevRel part, like as a DevRel. So as a DevRel, I feel like we have to do a lot of things. It's mostly around educating people about the dev tool through content, or sometimes maybe even, so it's basically about educating or helping the folks to get onboarded, or maybe improving the product as well. So it does include a lot of things, and DevRel has to talk to a lot of, interact with a lot of folks, the engineering, the marketing, and the customer engineering itself. So we can say that they have to like talk to a lot of folks, and when you're a part of a DevRel. So I think I can talk more about it in a separate call, and maybe we can have a separate coffee chat as well, Damini, or maybe a different YouTube stream as well. Then there we can talk. And if you have any more questions about DevRel, do let me know. I'll answer you. Yeah, in the Discord. Awesome, awesome. So I think yeah, it's 1 hour. Does anyone else has anything to discuss?
I think it was a great session. I think we all joined. I got to learn so much from you guys. I think I just hope you're all taking a lot of things back from here. So yeah, it was really nice discussing. Yeah, it was great.
Yes, definitely. Thank you so much. So I'm going to end the broadcast now.